Roll to hide afterward, because you're probably gonna. That's what you're doing, right? Is trying to go hide.
Yeah, what's hide?
I think it's a roguish feat.
That is not something I have. So is it luck?
It's luck if you don't have it, or you can do. I'll let you do sneak if you want to do that again.
I'd rather sneak. Yeah,
okay.
But I don't have that either. So.
What do you have? What are you roguish feats?
Lock and sleight of hand.
Yeah. Yeah, roll it.
Okay, so this is luck, right? So that's an 8.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible. I've done a big thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did a big thing, Tom.
Sure did. And we're not there. We're not around.
Yeah, you're not there. Well, we'll talk about what you guys hear in a second. So the negative consequence you have, you do manage to sneak away, but like as you yell this, like you turn around to yell at thing, you have enough distance. The explosion kind of blows like some of the hood off your face, and you do make eye contact with one soldier.
I just run away.
Yeah, and what Orson and Jack hear is you did travel a little bit of time. He didn't do it immediately, but also didn't wait like, an hour or anything. You hear an explosion coming, and then some screaming coming from like you're a little bit down the main road now. But that is what you hear, and Alec and Jeff and Jeremy. And their reaction is pretty instantaneous. Oh, what the hell was that?
I think maybe Skull's men caught up with your guys.
How would
you guys should go check this out? We're not fighters. You should go see.
Yeah, you might want to hop off the cart. We'll take it from here. It's really easy.
Roll a trick an NPC.
You got it, boss. I also have confused senses with that also.
Well, that's an attack. You could if you do succeed on this, you could do that as they leave, or you could do it as they leave if you really want to stun them, or you could just confused senses is an attack though.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
First.
Yeah, 9, nice. Yeah. And Jason, do you have any more exhaustion? Or you?
No, because that other time I only used one, right?
Yeah, we can do that.
I'll do one more. Yep.
Yeah, they like, oh yeah, and Alec like looks at them and like gestures them to go, and they both go off, like they grab their helmets, kind of readjust, and both go running off into the clearing. And she says we have to go.
Sure die now, so you're gonna get his cut.
And she like gestures for you to hop and start carrying, and she'll like go back and push to get there as fast as you can.
Yep.
Everyone roll a might roll.
A might.
I'm assuming not me.
Not you.
Yeah. 5, I guess. That sucks.
Yep.
And it's no buff whatsoever.
No, you're not.
Minus or
and I also got a 5.
You guys are like pulling it, but like you feel like Alec is pushing it hard from the back. Isn't doing it very fast, but you two do not have the physical strength to really.
Alec, what's switch point? Try again.
No, just keep going. You don't. It takes longer than it probably should, but like you do see. You pass the clearing and you see like smoke and flames billowing, as you kind of get back to where Coolclaw is.
Damn possum almost burned the whole damn forest down.
Yeah, the fire's still raging. How are you getting out, Poe?
I want to get high up into the trees, and just kind of try to blend in with the tree. So, like, kind of press up against one with, like, my rags and stuff to hopefully kind of hide myself.
Okay.
After I've run for a little bit.
Okay, you just kind of wait for it to...
blow over a little bit.
To pass? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just roll luck.
Oh, boy. That's a 9.
That's pretty good. Yeah, you wait for a little, and you heard some footprints behind, or like footfalls behind you when you were first running, but they faded fairly quickly, and you haven't heard or seen any movement for like, let's say, a half an hour. You see the fire is still spreading though.
Yeah. The way I kind of hide is like I hide on the other side of a tree branch, but I have like all these rags, so I just kind of look like leaves. That's usually what I do to just kind of hide from people.
Yeah, but you wait long enough to where you think you're good.
Okay, I want to get out of here. I'm just going to kind of run towards the direction of Coolclaw then.
Yeah. You do, and you make it there just fine.
Oh.
A couple hours after, or maybe not a couple hours, maybe like half an hour to an hour after Orson and Jack and Alec make it there. Yeah, and you see like the soldiers kind of like seeing Alec with you and the amount of supplies, like kind of rush to meet you and then escort you all back and help push the cart.
Is there wait, so you're saying a bunch of Marquis deCat helped us bring the thing in?
Yeah.
Is there can I do a sleight of hand where I take one crate, like pretend like I'm gonna bring it up to the castle just on my own, but I actually bring it over to the bar instead?
Yeah. Do you have a sleight of hand? I know we just
I do have sleight of hand, yeah.
Yeah, roll that.
Okay. Oh my god! That's a 2, so I guess it's a 3.
That's a miss.
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna take this, and I'll meet you all at the castle!
Yeah, you pick it up and you start to walk, and then soldier says, "No, we got it. Don't worry." And just kind of picks it up and picks you up and puts you down.
Oh no! Well, okay.
Don't
I guess
worry.
if he is gonna actually feed the people with it, it's not that big of a deal in the end.
But he does have his eyes on you.
I just have my eyes on him just sitting there, just
He's not doesn't know, but he's suspicious of you now. And you guys are escorted by the soldiers right into the the fort that Lord Scowl had, the converted city hall. You do see as you are approaching, there are some civilians cheering. A lot of them look relieved. A couple of them run up to the cart, but are kind of shooed away by soldiers. As you guys are escorted there.
Wait, is there anything we can do?
Yeah,
We
you can
just
try something.
start throwing food, yeah, everybody, we got it back.
Yeah, you can absolutely try that.
Make it kind of a forced, show of good faith on Scowl's part, but it's not actually.
I want you to roll. I'll roll something for that.
Let's see. I have read a tense situation.
No, if anything, it'd be kind of persuade an NPC is what this is.
Okay. Or not trick an NPC? Oh, okay.
No, because you're not tricking anyone.
Let's give it a shot. How did I do? It says full hit.
Full hit.
Good.
Wow,
There you
that's very good. Yeah,
That's the opposite of what I
And
did.
I just start and I kind of encourage you guys all to start throwing a little bit, not all of it, just
Yeah.
into the crowd, it's here.
I want to say Poe does a whole crate, just because he couldn't get away with the thing he wanted to do, but he sees this as an opportunity to still kind of do it.
Yeah, they would stop you at a full crate. They wouldn't let you do a full crate.
Right, exactly.
At first, they look
total.
He tries, he doesn't succeed. It just gets as much as he can out.
Yeah. At first, Alec looks a little concerned, but you see a couple other soldiers kind of smile, and one of them tosses an apple to one of the fox farmers, and they enjoy a little bit too, with the ease of tension as food is no longer.
And I turn to Oppo and I say, "This is how you do a revolution."
It's not at all.
I'm not fully convinced.
You can see the forest on fire in the distance. That's how you do a revolution.
Yeah, and you guys are brought in. As soon as you guys enter the manor, the doors are the fort. The doors are shut, barred. There is some cheering, and the four of you are escorted back up to that same room you met Lord Scowlin the first time. And you enter and you see him, and he walks up to the four. He walks up to the three of you, and then kind of looks at Alec, and kind of pauses for a moment and says, "I'm eternally grateful for such a sort of rapid and such a complete success. I am a little curious as to why one of my soldiers is standing beside you."
Alec here was pivotal to our success in getting this shipment back to your people. We couldn't have done it without her.
Right, that's good enough for me. I mean, I have what I want.
Mm-hmm. She killed 1,000 villains, bandits. I saw her rip the head off.
Like you see, her smile like slowly turns to concern as you keep going.
Yeah, never seen a fiercer fighter in all my days.
Well then let me get you your reward, and runs back. Actually, he like snaps, and a few cats come out with a couple of like a fairly hefty crate. It's 4 ingots of foxsteel, and you each get about 3. If you've marked depletion, you would clear 3 depletion. If you have more than, if that goes over, you can have an extra. And she gives. I mean, he gave you a crate of 4, but he does give 1 to Elliot. All right. That was wonderful business. I could talk to the deCat and see if I perhaps can hire you for some other work.
deCat. What do I know about deCat?
deCat. deCat is the head of the Marquis deCat.
Oh my god, this gets us in.
Oh yeah, and also each of you need to mark 3 reputation with the Marquis deCat. Yeah, I will if that's something you're all interested in. I mean, you did fantastic work.
So what do you intend to do with all the supplies?
Well, we intend to ration them to citizens and soldiers, same as before, but much obviously without having to ration hard. My goal is for this town to become self-sustaining within the next hopeful year or so. We've had a couple years of bad crops and, rebellion, but I think we have some relative peace here, and with proper farming and this wealth of supplies to take us through, I think we can hopefully work our way towards becoming a independent city.
That's beautiful. You're a beautiful cat.
Appreciate that.
I'm gonna go.
Hope was not sitting well with any of this.
I wanna go. Goodbye.
Thank you for the Foxsteel, and if we could be of any service ahead.
Is there anything I should call you if I'm sending out a message for the group, or
You can call us.
Opo's not there to interject or put in.
You can call us
Orson's men.
birds of a feather.
Birds. Wait, hold on. We can do better than this. Hold on. Let's pull up a thesaurus.
The Mythos Mystery Society.
That's okay. Why don't you think on it? And I don't.
Give us a second.
It's fairly late. You're welcome to once again sleep here if you'd like for the night, or stay in the inn. Don't have to
certainly
decide right- you don't
are.
have to
Those
decide right
certainly
now.
were the through the thorn and thistles of our time.
But yes, you're once again welcome to stay here for the night. Stay in Pop a Frog. You can stay for as long as you'd like if you're waiting to get for more work from me, or so I leave it to all of you. Kind of nods and shakes your hands individually, except Pose.
Yeah, I'm already gone.
You could call us the. Good night.
He's gone too. It's just
Good
it's Orson in a room.
We'll figure it out.
He stays up all night thinking of it. So fucking.
Okay. Before we finish, where are you guys spending the night, or what do you?
What I would like to do.
Yeah, I was about to say even too. Like, I would like to go back to the bar.
Yeah, I actually want to talk to the bartender. That was my
I agree with
destination
the bar.
because I made kind of a deal with her, so I wanted to have a conversation with her before everybody else showed up.
Okay. Yeah, you can get there first.
Okay.
But I'm gonna brainstorm names as a murder of.
Okay. You walk in and you now see it seems a lot busier than before. There are quite a few people kind of enjoying drink. You see both Mala and who you assume to be her husband Rufus working behind the bar, taking drinks back and forth.
There's a fox.
Rufus is a fox, yeah.
I want to sit at the bar, or I want to get as close to the bar as I can, but make eye contact with Mala because she knows our deal to see if, and then maybe kind of like nod towards the back room to see if I can talk to her in private.
Yeah, she notices and nods, and she kind of escorts you in behind the bar and opens a door. And you guys walk down a ladder. And it is a fairly substantial wine cellar, but you do see a handful of weaponry too, like a couple swords, a couple of rusty pickaxes,
Starting.
a couple bows.
The revolution. So, yeah.
How did it go? Tell me. I mean, everyone seems very pleased. I've seen the supplies are coming in town.
Well, I wasn't able to get you your own thing. But at least the town is doing well. It's something good for now. I tried. What I did manage to do was stop the Eerie from ever stealing supplies coming to this town ever again. I blew up their camp.
She pauses. I didn't mind the Eerie occupation when they were here. I like them way more than Marquis deCat.
No. They were stealing food from town, and they were just taking it back to their roosts. Like, they weren't helping this town at all. So I basically stopped them from being able to hurt this town anymore. But that doesn't necessarily mean you have to sit under the Marquis.
It's going to be far harder to find rebellious souls when they're all well fed.
Well, here's another thing. I think they think that the Marquis did the attack.
Did what attack?
Blew up their camp. That they blew up their camp.
Okay, so you hurt the Eerie and you said it was the Marquis deCat potentially bringing war to this town.
Not to the town, not necessarily. But they might be an ally you can talk to.
Oh, the Eerie again.
Yeah, you like them.
Yeah.
But
looks concerned more than anything currently.
Here's what I can give you. I mean, it's not much, but here's what I can give you, and I want to give her the ingot of Foxsteel that I got.
Okay.
As well as, can I mark a depletion and say that I had like a couple scraps of food that I stole from something? Yeah. Probably just when I was throwing it out, I put a couple in my marsupial pouch.
The ingots. Ingots aren't too hard to come by here.
Oof.
The best.
She tosses it under the pile of a million.
A steady forge would be. I mean, we have a blacksmith here, but he's not allowed to make us weapons, obviously. I never changed your accent for that entire phrase. I'll take it, I guess, if you'd like, but
more weapons. It's all I could really do. That and potentially get the Eerie to side with you. But that's it. Otherwise, at least you got food, I guess. And you got more weapons. And potentially allies in the Eerie.
I hope so.
I'm sorry, I couldn't do more.
She like smiles knowing that you are trying your best and kind of gives you a pat on the shoulder and then walks back up.
I do good today. I feel good about this.
Right as you like enter, you do see Orson and Jack walking in.
Lark and Key.
What are you even talking about? Do I get any notoriety or prestige with the Woodland Alliance for that?
Here's the thing, no. Because she's actually not aligned with the Woodland Alliance.
Oh, okay. But she's not like a start of the Woodland Alliance?
not currently. Maybe later, we'll see what happens.
She's just a bartender with too many weapons.
No, you don't get. But she does think of you fondly.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, you can. I'll say you specifically. You can add a new faction and add one to denizens.
Denizens?
Denizens are like civilians.
Oh,
so
do I have any kind of connection to the Woodland Alliance? It does say I have 2 prestige with the Woodland Alliance already.
So it's just something it's in your backstory.
Yeah. Would I be able to connect, like, hook them up?
Ooh.
Like, do I have, like, a little beacon that I can, like, give them to
there's not necessarily a beacon. We could talk about your backstory and figure out, like, what your connection is.
How deep it is in it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll be able to hook them up with the Woodland Alliance then.
Okay. And Orson and Jack, do you do anything else? And you are, like, as you walk in, there is cheering. People do hail you as the Vagabonds that helped, when there was a food shortage. They are now well fed.
Do we We don't see Poe though. He's still.
No, you said Poe.
No,
Poe's
I'm
there.
here. Yeah.
You like as Poe walked up, you met his
Oh.
gaze.
Just another one in the books. First the lizard cult, now this. I don't know how much we want to like tell people about the eerie part of it. So that's why we call them.
Well, they probably knew it was the Erie. Or
I
at
think
least
everybody assumes it. I just don't know what the do I know the political? I actually
You'd have to
probably
roll.
would.
You have to roll.
Let me roll if
Well,
if
from
it's like
what-
appropriate.
I mean, before you roll, from what I remember, because this is things we actually know,
Yes,
is this town used to be Erie.
Right.
correct.
Yeah. I just don't know if we assumed that.
I'd say Orson should roll.
Yeah.
And then we'll
yeah. I will consult my because basically what I'm consulting is, do I find it appropriate to mention the Erie's involvement in this?
Okay.
So how do I do this? Roll cunning. It says miss, but it don't mean it. 4 + 3 is 7 + 2, 9.
9, not bad. What you gather is that, yeah, what Jack was saying probably has some credence that, like, it is the Erie. This was a previously Erie occupied space. It would make sense that they're trying to retake it. On one hand, on the other hand, there are a lot of. It is not necessarily like, oh, this is just Marquis and deCat here, and just the Erie dynasty. The factions mix and mingle pretty often. There's no reason to not, like, some people probably think like, oh, it could have been bandits, or oh, it could have been the lizard cult trying to get a foothold in this town because it's like close to the water. It could be a variety of things, but yeah, it is not what Jack did. A lot of people probably think that it was.
But do I find it appropriate to mention it? Like, would people be pissed off in the room?
If you mentioned, like, if you tried to convince, it would be a convince roll. It would be trying to persuade NPCs. It would be charm, because you're not tricking them if you're telling them the truth. It'd basically be, if you told them it was the Erie dynasty that was stealing their supplies, it would either do one of two things. It would make them think that, oh, the Erie dynasty doesn't care about us anymore. We should align with the cat. The cat's actually trying to help us. Or the opposite of, oh, the Erie is trying to come retake us anyway.
Yeah,
They can.
save us
So yeah,
somehow.
it kind
I'm
of.
not
I
gonna
guess
mention it.
it would depend on where their loyalties lie and what they're like, how they interpret the situation.
I'm going to bask in the adulation of my friends and not mention who was taking it. Let them believe whatever they want. We got the shit back.
Yeah, we'll just stay heroes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And
you guys
is
agree?
the bartender back up?
Yeah, Mala's back up there too.
And I put a coin there, like, around on the house for everyone to celebrate the bounty.
Yeah.
And you can call us Melon.
Cut. We'll just cut there. We'll cut there for the night. You can call us. Just cut to black. And you guys enjoy the rest of your night.
Nightingales.
And vibrations.
kind of works for me.
And that's where we'll end this evening.
Woodcocks.
Oh yeah, off in the distance, after his nose twitches, we see just the shot of the nose. We've seen the shot of the feet. Now we see the shot of two hands holding a map, and he's staring. We see a naked mole rat staring off of a cliff, and there are like clouds beneath this cliff. And he just holds up the map, and then he turns it around.
Amazing.
That's where we're in tonight.